Hey guys, it's Jeff. Hope you're doing real well today. Let's call this part 31 of the MiniArt US Armored Tractor 1/35 scale. I've been working with it a little bit this morning off camera, doing some cleanup work, touch-up painting, removing masks and that kind of stuff. But let's go down the bench and I'll show you what I'm doing, and I'll do a little bit more here on camera. There goes the noisy neighbors. All right, let's go down the bench. Thanks. Okay, these are the parts that the tracks go around. I removed the mask. I masked this because I wanted to make sure I could get a nice glue joint, and I masked this. This is where, and I'm not sure if this is the correct. I think it's the other one. This will go here. Okay, to glue to attach the tracks. So I masked it there just to give us a nice clean glue joint. I've also gone over the sprockets and everything with Posca pen, the silver Posca pen, just to show that it's worn. Here's one with and one without, so you can see there's a little bit of difference in the details there. I also had this masked off around this little pin where the blade's going to swivel. I haven't removed the mask from that one yet, but I did remove it from the back here. So I've got the Posca pen. These are just an acrylic paint in a pen form, kind of like a felt tip. Works really good. Dries fairly quickly. The biggest thing is keep a paper towel handy, because you need to kind of prime the pen. Oh, I can do a little bit of it here on camera, I guess. When you're priming the pen, sometimes it comes out pretty fast, so you got to watch what you're doing. What I was doing here is going around the edges. That's one of the nice things about having these to where they can turn, so you can paint them all the way around. This has got something inside of it to stir it. Shake it up a little bit here. I did this just previously, so probably doesn't take much, but give the pen a quick little pump, and that gets your paint flowing. And then just go to wherever it is that you're wanting to do this. I've got maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 of these in some of the basic colors. Black, white, silver, yellow, green. They make a whole bunch of them. And they make them with different tips also. Some of them are more like almost like a brush, where you can draw a really, really fine line. And this one's more like a felt tip marker that you can just go through, and it's really nice because it's really easy to clean up. It is acrylic, so it's not difficult to work with at all. I wouldn't want to paint a whole model with one of these by any means, but for doing details and things, it works pretty good. You can do a section here. Just do wherever you think there'd be like wear from the tracks. Pretty easy. And of course, this is not the final. There'll be weathering and oils and other stuff too. This is just kind of getting the basic color. See, now the tips kind of run out of ink or run out of paint, so you can just pump it again and keep on going. Do a section of it, then let it dry and turn it and do a little more. It doesn't take too long to get all the way around. But you get the idea. I can do this off camera. It gives you a real quick way to add the color. I use these a lot of times for like a dash where there's gauges, but there really isn't any decals or anything. You can just put a drop of paint in there and kind of gives you a little bit of detail. But that's how I do that. So I'll finish that up later. Something else I've done, I didn't really show you. Okay, I had a mask on here because this is where it's going to glue to the back of the bulldozer. I just did it with the white glue. So I took that off. Then I painted the handle here with Posca pens, the black one. That's what the instructions show anyway. They don't show any paint on the other one. But I had masks on these, and I pulled those off of there because that's where the reels are going to sit for the winches. I've got those in primer right now. So they'll sit here. And these had masks on the inside. I put white glue on the inside, so I got all that off of there because MiniArt, usually the fit's pretty tight, and you know, paint, it will kind of mess up your fit. So this will go here just like this, and then the reels will set in there, and then the cables will come up. That's something I've run into. I'm not sure just how it's going to work out. I don't know how it would have worked out if I'd used the kit parts either, but they want you to run, I'm not even sure. I think the cable goes up from the winch and goes around the pulley on the side, and then comes back over and comes down and goes through this and then goes up and over. And the way these are designed, there's no way for the cable to come out of this one and go around this one. I might just have to kind of, how do you call it, just make it look like it goes that way, because there's really no way for it to actually get through there like that. But anyway, the reels will go in there. I'm going to paint those to steel because I'm sure they probably didn't have any paint on them. But that's kind of where we're at on that. I was going to show you too. See, I've removed the mask from the back of this. That's where that'll glue on. There's masks here that I put on here so that we will be able to get a really good glue joint. So I'll take that off because we're through with our basic painting now. This is how these masks kind of work. It's pretty simple. Now I find if you put the glue on really thin, see there's the mask right there. If you put the glue on really thin, it's hard to get off. If you put it on a little thicker or a couple of layers, it comes off pretty easy. See there? That's most of the mask right there. And there's a couple little places there that'll need a little scraping, but not much. But that's kind of how the white glue works. That'll give us a really nice glue joint when I go to put the tracks and stuff on. Okay, just a little bit of paint on there. Apparently I didn't do a real good job of getting the glue everywhere. Okay, so that's kind of how you do that. And we got one on this side also. And go through and see, that's pretty simple. That takes off 99% of it just like that. And I'll go around and I'll clean up a little more, but you get the idea. There's our mask right there, and that's just nothing but the regular old Elmer's white glue. If it's a full strength, I didn't thin it at all. I seem to remember if I thinned it, then it was not very effective. But I leave it on full strength, and sometimes I'll even put on a couple of coats just to make sure that it's that it's covered everywhere. Oh, I've got another place that I've got those masks. I put a little bit, I'm not even sure if I can do this. There we go. This is where, get it to turn around the right way. There we go. There it is right there. Just a little bit of tape on there. This is where these plug in. Okay, and it's a really tight fit and you can't have any paint on there. So that goes kind of like that. And then that'll go up to the back side of the of these, and that's how it kind of works with the suspension. And then there's this big spring right here. So it fits in there. I know it does because I've tested it. Oh, you know what? I put a mask on there too. It's so easy to do, and then I forget about it. So there it is. It came off right there. So I better take the one off here before I forget. That's why it didn't quite want to go in there, is because of the mask I put on it. There we go. Okay. I'm not sure. I think this one is this side. I'm not sure I've got all the mask out of there. But anyway, do you see how they go? There's still just a little bit of mask in there. That's why it's not there we go. There we go. Okay, so I think this one goes this way. It fits in there really good now. Okay. So that's where that's all going to go. Anyway, I'm going to keep on doing some detail painting. I want to paint the ends of the levers and stuff in there. I've got the exhaust pipe and the little crank and everything for the starter. They're all primed over there, so I've still got to get that done. And then one more thing we have to do on this, well, two more things, is I've got to build up the machine guns, and then I still need to get the back side of the blade done. The blade needs to be painted. So let me carry on with that, and I'll come back and check with you once I get a little more of this stuff done. Be right back. Thanks, guys. Okay, I got both these with the basic painting done. Okay, so they look pretty good. I still got to get the mask off around here. I forgot. Let's see where the blade goes. Take a look here. I might need to use a knife. Just to get it started. Get it to come all the way around. Here's part of it. Okay. Okay, that's got that mask off. These will go like this. The spring goes in a slot. Turn this around. This One thing I did do is I took a knife and I went around these holes a little bit because the pins fit really tight, so it makes this part go on a lot easier if you open those holes up. That's kind of the way that's going to go. So let's go ahead and glue that on, and then later I'll have to come back and I'll add these once everything is dry. But we can go ahead and get these glued on. See if I can do this without making too big a mess. Let's see here. Probably be good if I was using a contactor or something on this. It's such a big surface. We'll manage. I don't want to put so much glue on that it just runs. Put this on a couple of times and get it soft. See if we can get some on the back of this too. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Get that in that slot. Get that on there. Get that to drop on. Okay. Now I'm just going to have to hold this for a little bit. And I see I got a little bit of glue out on the paint. I'll have to do some touch up. But okay, I think I'm going to just hold this for a little while. I don't really have a clamp that'll work on that, so I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, guys? Okay, be right back. Okay, little progress here. I got the blade just setting on there. I haven't got it finished painted or anything yet. Just testing to make sure everything fits well. It comes off just right. I'm leery to do any masking on that surface here. I want to get a clear coat on it. I've got some coming. It'll be here really soon. Then I'll have to spray it and let it dry a few days and then mask it. And I'll feel a whole lot better about that. Here's our running gear, I guess you'd say. All painted and on. Okay, I got both sides on there. And then I also got these brackets on the bottom on there. So they're all good. I might do just a tiny little bit of touch up. Not much on the painting, just a tiny bit. But I'll put a couple of pictures up at the end. And see, this will go here. Not quite ready to glue that on yet, but really soon that'll go on there. Okay. Alrighty, guys, pictures at the end, but that's going to about do it for today. Okay, talk to you later. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.